to laugh to myself because like it's almost been a year probably since I full out like cried last time, video recording, whatever, filming myself. And I just had another breakdown and I was like, well, I didn't film myself breaking down yesterday, so I might as well do it today. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I don't know if you guys believe in supernatural things or spiritual things, but these little orbs are in this video so much, and I just can't help to think it's just my grandparents trying to comfort me. But I can't adult today. That's what my cup says, so. Alright. I'm just gonna get into it because Jensen's gonna eat food here soon and whatever. Okay. So I got a text from my mother-in-law that was super supportive and awesome, which is what started this. And as Josh saw me crying, you know, he's like, what's wrong? And I finally just said, I'm like, I'm not okay. And it feels so good to say that. So, back to story. Backstory, yesterday Jensen had multiple therapies in one day, which usually it's not scheduled that way, but anyway, so he had physical therapy in the morning. It didn't go well, he just like wasn't cooperating, which is fine. And I'm not saying anything against any of our team at all. They're all great, and so this isn't supposed to be in a negative annotation towards what we were talking about, but you know, Jensen hasn't really progressed. He's fighting us in wanting to do anything that we want him to do. So, we were just coming up with new plans, and we had all these great ideas of what we're gonna try to do with him, which is all great and dandy and exciting. I'm just thinking about, okay, all these things that we can try with him on a weekly basis. Basically, take him out and about, and I can cover what we're doing in another time, but I'm not gonna talk about it now. Okay, so then a couple hours go by, and it's time for, we had 2 care team members in person and 2 people on Zoom, and the main thing was to show him eating. And so he was like really hungry by this point, but by the time they all got there, it was just kind of loud. He was just past the point of no return and screaming, and I was like so excited to show him finally feeding himself a sandwich and like tinier foods that he can kind of pick up with his fingers. And I was so excited to like celebrate that milestone, but he wasn't cooperating, which is fine. So then he went down for a nap, and we spent the rest of the time, like a little over an hour, just discussing different things and what to work on. And for whatever reason, that was just a rough day, and it can be overwhelming, all the things to try and do. And I know they're always like, we don't want to overwhelm you, and typically I'm okay, but for whatever reason, yesterday it was just hard. And it was a day that after that I just like lost it, because I just like, you have this moment of like, why does he have to go through this? Like, he can't freaking see. Like, it's so not fair. The day before I was driving, and I'm the weird one that like notices the craziest like stupid things, like the little dewdrop on a leaf, or you know, one flower sticking through the crack of the sidewalk, or the sparkles on the snow. But anyway, I was driving in the clouds. It was really dark, like not a beautiful sky whatsoever, but there was like rays of sunshine poking through in different spots, and I was just like, as soon as the thought of how beautiful that is anymore, like I used to really respect and like love and pray about those things, because I'm like, I used to literally pray that I was so thankful that I could see these things. That was before Jensen. And now when I see these things, I don't even want to think about it anymore, because like he can't appreciate it. Anyway, so I had a breakdown. It just sucks. This just sucks. And I contemplated whether or not posting about how I was feeling on social media on my Facebook, and I finally did it. And I honestly didn't even really want anyone to talk to me. Like, so I know it's super contradicting, but I also felt like it needed to be said to see freaking how hard this is. And I don't know what I was expecting out of that. I'm glad I did it. I had a lot of very kind comments, of course, but I had different Norrie parents reach out to me, and it's just so great knowing that they were like, oh, I had that a week ago, the same feeling. Or someone else's kiddo, who I admire this family so much, because their son is in his teenage years, and they've given me so much great advice. But he's like, yeah, I wish I could say this gets easier, but it doesn't. You throw yourself in that pity party, and they're a little bit shorter in time and how long they last as time goes by, but they're still there. And I know that was gonna happen. Like, I know, I don't know. Not to like take comfort in that they're struggling too, but it is comforting knowing that, I don't know, that this is normal. And I hate that it has to be normal because it's hard. Anyway, so this was all yesterday. And I was like, oh my gosh, I almost kind of like want to go to work today because I am an ultrasound tech. So I just want to distract myself with other patients and their lives and just concentrate on my work. But without getting into it too much, I work at an OB/GYN office, so I'm scanning babies and uterus and ovaries. And I don't even know how to skip around this, but there's a work situation where now everything's kind of falling onto me and I have to take over. But the part that is just really getting to me is that now that I am the only person here and ultrasound has a high demand at an OB/GYN clinic, I don't know what the new scheduling is going to be. I do know that I need 1 day off a week for Jensen, and I know they're going to work with me just fine. The part that bugs me is not knowing how this is going to affect Jensen's schedule. What day am I going to have off? And now do I have to move different therapies around, future appointments? What does that look like? And in all due time, it's easier said than done to say it's fine. And that's what I kept venting about to some people today at work. I'm like, it's fine. That's my attitude. I'm like, it's fine. It'll all work out. And it truly will. I know that. It's just like eating at me because I don't know when we're going to figure this out. And I need to figure it out now because, I mean, we have weekly therapies. So this affects my life. It affects Jensen's life. And that's the part that I am not okay with. I really would love to get into that conversation a little bit more. But basically, I'm just saying like it's an extra thing on my life right now that is so unnecessary. The whole thing is just so unnecessary and I'm already going through something right now. So to have someone put this kind of stress in my life for truly not a good reason, because I am not a malicious person. Okay, I'm already going off into a tangent. So yeah, I don't know. Damn, that felt good. Side note to throw into this workday thing is that I had a lot of patients that brought their toddlers in with their fetal scans, and the toddlers were all like Jensen's age. It kind of sucks. It just sucks to see them walking and like following along, and I'm just like, oh, like, you know, I'm being peppy and cheery, but in the back of my mind I'm like, this sucks. There are a lot of things I would really love to cover. I have wanted to talk about this for a while now, but whatever, it just seemed random. But when I am in these lows and I'm rocking Jensen or whatever, and I just think back to that first weekend of finding out that he was blind, basically, and the hurt, the like, this wholesome hurt. And I remember trying to find the silver lining and whatever, lying to myself basically, saying like it's broadening my horizons, like woo, you know, trying to stay positive. And I just remember thinking how I just want to skip ahead, like just skip ahead a year or whatever it's gonna take to get this initial hurt out of the way. Which is so sad to wish away your child's first year of life. And it kind of did take a year, like a year. It took a year. And then some to get through those holidays again. The holidays and his birthday, the first year, I will say, is the hardest, even though I've only been going through this a year and a half. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to add that in there, that for anyone that's newly going through this, you are not alone. And that deep hurt is real and it will fade. It will definitely fade, but it's inevitable that you'll go through these waves. And it feels good too. Sometimes I feel like I hold in so much. Anyway, guys, that was a lot. Thanks for whining with me. Thank you to all those Norrie parents that have reached out to me. You guys are seriously amazing, and I don't know how the hell I'd do this without you. I don't know how the dad that I'm talking about, that is a role model to me, I don't know how you did it before all of this technology and community was a thing, because this is hard. All right, guys, Jensen's hungry. I think he's sick of jumping, so I'm gonna go feed him. Yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be like a ton of other things that I'm like, damn, I wish I would have covered, but this was good. Thanks for the sesh. I'm just gonna pop in here to explain a little bit more in detail what I was going through in those moments, because as I'm crying, I don't know, there's just other things that I kind of want to explain. I just got to the point where I'm just like, the fact that we even have to consider all of these different things was really getting to me. And that's when that pity party started of, you know, this is so much more than blindness. There's so much more that goes into this. And I'm not here to deny that all parenting is hard, because it is. No matter what situation you're going through with your child individually, it is justifiable for your situation. However, in the moment, in that week that I was feeling these things, I would have killed for anything lesser of a disease or condition than what we are going through right now. But I also know that's not fair, and I also know that there are worse things out there than what we're going through. All right, guys, and to wrap this up, it's super important for me to share these insecurities, these lows, these moments, because I know how many other special needs families, mothers feel this way. But I am here for you to relate to and cry along with. I also want to note that when you guys watch this video, it'll be about a month since I had filmed that. So I am okay. I'm doing so much better. You just have those lows, and I thought it was important to film it. But by the time that I would be getting this video out, time has passed. We're doing good. We're good. We're good. My next video has also been filmed for a while by the time that one gets out, and it just goes over a little bit more detail with the whole shrinking eyes situation. I feel very naive for posting that previous video without doing my own research on scleral lenses that go over the shrinking eye itself, and I'm gonna get into that a little bit too. I do get emotional in that video as well, which happened like a week after the crying video. So there's just a lot of emotions going on, but again, by the time these videos are posted, weeks will have gone by, so we're good, okay? I still really want to do a recap on our journey and the beginning of our journey and all that good stuff, but other things just keep taking over, including, we're really excited, we have a trip at the end of this month that we're gonna take you guys along with, so it might be a while till I recap our journey and inform our new followers of how we got here, how our beginning looked, but we will get to it eventually, I promise. Yes, sir. So please, please, please continue to like, subscribe, comment. We love your comments. Jensen loves the comments. Soon you'll start. Yeah? You're gonna write? You're gonna write to them now, huh? So do not forget to hit the subscribe button, right, buddy? Tell them. Hit it. Hit the subscribe. Talk to you later.